Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you two dollar store DIYs. The first thing you're going to need is a large flat plate like this, a soup bowl, and they have different patterns, and I'm pretty sure they have different sizes at my dollar store anyway. You're going to need 3 candlestick holders like this, and they have them different lengths too. It just depends on where you go and what your dollar store carries. And then 2 candle plate holders like this. And of course, your hot glue gun. The first one is a glass display. What you're going to need for this one is your large plate like this, and you're also going to obviously want to have your hot glue gun heated up. And you want to grab one of your candlestick holders, and you're going to want to put it in this, try to center it as best as possible. What I do is I grab the hot glue gun and I wrap it, or I'm sorry, not the hot glue gun. I grab the hot glue gun, but I grab the glue and I just put it all the way around the rim. And you want to try to do it as evenly as possible. And you want to try to get it more inside of the rim instead of the outside, because once you set it with your large plate, the glue can come out on the sides and it doesn't look as nice. But you pretty much want to do this throughout. Once you've done that, you want to make sure to center it as best as possible on your plate, and press down really hard. Put a lot of pressure. I would hold it there for 1 or 2 minutes just to make sure that the glue is completely dried. Once you've done that, you go ahead and put hot glue on the top rim. And I do this on the top rim just because this is where it's going to be, you're going to place the second plate on top of it, and it's just going to leave it in the same exact position. Whereas if you do it on the plate, you can put a lot more glue than you need. And it's basically the same step. Just center it and then make sure you press it down firmly for a couple seconds, a few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes actually. And just wait for the glue to dry. Now, there's a lot of different kinds of glue guns, and some of them are, better than others. So it just depends on what kind of hot glue gun you have and what kind of glue sticks you buy for the hot glue gun. But if not, you can also try to use super glue. That works. The second DIY is glass candle pedestals. What you're going to need for this one is your 2 candlestick holders and your 2 candle plates. And of course, you're going to want to take off the little stickers that come on it. For the most part, they come off pretty easily. Some might be a little harder than others. It just depends on how long you've had them or how long they've been at the store. Not every store in a dollar store carries these, but I know you can also find them at Walmart, and I think they're no more than like $2 each. So they're pretty easy to find, and I'm sure you can find them at Target or, any of those kind of stores. And once you finally get all the stickers off, you want to try to center them, like just get a rough estimate about where the center of the plate would be. And then, again, you want to grab your glue gun and you want to put it around the rim of the candlestick. I do this personally because I feel like it gives me better control, and I don't put too much hot glue on places that there shouldn't be hot glue in. And then again, you want to make sure to press down firmly to make sure that the candle plate and the candlestick holder are secure. Something else that's a good thing that you can do is flip it upside down and push the candlestick down onto the plate, and that also secures it a little bit better. Now, I've never actually said this in the videos before, but if you put a little bit of hot glue on the new stick that you're putting into your hot glue gun, it holds it better. Sometimes if you put the new stick in, it can fall out, or it doesn't get stuck to the other one. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're actually using your hot glue. But for the second one, you want to pretty much do the same thing. And obviously, you don't have to make 2 of these. You can just make 1 if that's all you need. But I kind of wanted to try 2 of them to see what, the way I want to set them up. I wanted to give you guys some ideas on how to use these. So for the glass display, you can do this as jewelry holder and put your bracelets on the top portion and then hang your earrings off of them. And obviously some earrings aren't going to be able to be hung off the side, but you can put those on the bottom. Um, and the cool thing about this is that if you put it in a, you know, in a pretty open area, you can turn it around so you can see all the earrings that you have hanging on them. And they stay on there pretty securely. If you have studs and stuff like that, what you can do is maybe add a smaller plate on in the center of the first one, of the top one, if that makes any sense. And then put your little studs there. And then I put all my necklaces around the edge bottom with also some of my rings that I wear. Another way you can use this is as a candy dish. If you're having a party or a get-together, you can put some candies on top and 1 or 2 candies on the bottom. And it makes it look nice, and it looks like you actually put some effort into it, even if you just pulled it out real quick before the people got over there. And you can also use this as a salsa dish. You can put the sauce on the top and the chips on the bottom. It's completely up to you. Now for the candle pedestals, this is just a few ways that I wanted to use them around my house. And actually the Bath and Body Works candles fit perfectly on these dishes. And I'm sure Yankee Candle fits on there too. But, you know, some way if you don't have a lot of space, you can put multiple things on there and just put some stuff underneath it. That works. This is the second way that I was going to use it around my house. And you see how one's bigger or taller than the other? What I did was I put the top downwards, I guess, and then put the candle on top. And it's pretty sturdy, it's pretty secure. As long as it's on an even surface, you'll be fine. And then the other one, I just left it that way. And you can't really tell that there's something underneath it, but you can obviously tell there's a big difference. You know, not a big difference, but there's a difference in the size of the candles. And to the Bath and Body Works candles, if you already know your candles by heart, you can take the sticker off and just leave it with the plain color. I really hoped you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.